Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my table. My name is Toni, and this week we're going to take a deep dive into the White Sage Tarot by Teresa Hutch, and we're going to feature the Chakra Blocks Tarot spread that's actually inspired by this tarot deck. When you buy the deck, and it comes in this beautiful tin can. Inside of the deck comes these cards. One shows you all the chakras, and the other one is this actual spread that we are going to do today, the Chakra Blocks spread. So are y'all ready? Let's dive on in and learn all about the White Sage Tarot. All right, are y'all ready? Let's begin. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, we come to you now. We ask you which of our chakras are open, which of our chakras are blocked, and of those chakras that are blocked, what can we do to help open them wide up? What can we do to help our chakras? All right, beginning with our crown chakra. Is our spirit, please tell me, is the crown chakra open or blocked? Ah, beautiful. Open. Four of Cups. All right, let's move into the third eye. The third eye, open or blocked? Third eye chakra. Open or blocked, please, spirit? Open or blocked for the third eye, please, spirit? Thank you. And look, we've got actually all of the next few, so we're just going to take them straight like this. All right, we've got our third eye. We've got the, is that the Ace of Cups? Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Seven of Cups, that's open. We've got our throat is next. We have the Eight of Wands, that's nice and open. Next, we have our heart chakra, and here's our first block. We've got the Four of Pentacles, okay? So then we move into our solar plexus. Here comes our next block. We have the World, Libra. All right, now we're going to move into our sacral. All right, so spirit, is the sacral chakra open or blocked? Is the sacral chakra, what did I say? Is the sacral chakra open or blocked, please, spirit? And we got the next two. So the first one up is the sacral chakra. We got the Nine of Wands, that's nice and open. And we have the Six of Pentacles for our root, and that is nice and open. So let's real quick talk about what we got going right before we start talking about the blockages. Okay, starting in the crown. So it's interesting because the Four of Cups is often seen as a card of pushing love away. And so right now it feels like, you know, you're really, as far as your connection to source, with this pushing love away, you could feel a little bit of disconnect to source. Even though this feels open, or even though the chakra is open, you may actually be feeling a little bit of separation, a little bit of separation between you and source. And so this is one of those things where, as this comes up, even though it's open, this is kind of a sign to you to work on that connection and to really work on having that personal touch that comes from an actual personal relationship with source. And source is just waiting for you. It's just like, hey, come on in, I want to co-create. Okay, so now we move into our third eye. This is the Seven of Cups. Now, interesting again, you've got both of these cups. This is a lot of water energy, a lot of feminine energy here. Seven of Cups is having many choices. And so we're talking about our third eye. And so this is beautiful. You actually are probably coming into some of your gifts, some of your powers, you know, the gifts of clairvoyance, the gift of knowing, okay? You're probably coming into your gifts, which is why there could be a lot of choices, a lot of, maybe even a little bit of confusion. Like, what does all this mean? For some of you, you could be having, you know, ascension symptoms. You could be, you know, hearing things, seeing things, experiencing things you've never experienced before. And that actually can be a little bit scary. And this may be where this disconnect from love, pushing love away, in other words, pushing source away, you can be a little bit afraid. For some of the people who didn't ask for these gifts, I mean, the thing is we all have these gifts available to us. We just have to tap into them. But some of us are coming online that weren't expecting it. And that's a little bit of terrifying. And so I definitely get that energy of fear. Now, it's not even fear, it's just what is happening. It's what is going on in source. Why are we going down this path? That kind of confusion of source. What are you doing and why are we doing it? Okay. So now we move into our throat chakra, and what a perfect one to get for our throat chakra. This is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is the fastest moving of all the cards in the deck. This is considered to be like Cupid's arrows being thrown across the sky, but this is about communication. So with this being in your throat chakra is wide open. You're able to speak your truth clearly. Okay, so now we move into our first block. So the first block we have is in our heart chakras, and that is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles in general is about taking the conservative path, being kind of frugal. And so when it's in reverse, and we're talking about our heart, you're not necessarily, you may be giving more than you're getting. You may actually be giving with the hopes that as you give your love, as you give your attention to somebody, it will be returned. And this is just kind of feels a little bit fruitless. You're giving. Giving shouldn't come with strings. Giving shouldn't come with expectations and hopes that as you give, you will receive. Giving should be given just because, with no expectations of anything in return. And so that's kind of the energy that here, that you're giving love and hoping that it'll come back, and you're praying that it'll come back, and it's not. So let's find out what is going on with this heart blockage. So what is the current situation that is causing this heart blockage? What is the current situation that is causing this heart chakra blockage? We've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the Three of Cups. Whoa. Okay, so it feels, in some ways, it feels like you're having a little bit of an office romance that's maybe not working. Okay, and this could be a very specific message for just one of you watching. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But the blockage I'm seeing here, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. This is third party energy. So it feels like one, and then Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles has to do with new opportunities for success, and a lot of times new jobs, new careers, money, things like that. So it feels like you may have started a new career, a new position, something involving money. And in this position, you might have met somebody who has turned your head. And so that actually explains what this is. This Four of Pentacles being in reverse. The Pentacles are the things we value, okay? And Four is about balance. And this is about you taking the things you value and balancing them. And that the things you value are now in balance. You're not valuing the things that matter to you. In other words, like your relationships, because this is definitely, it feels like a third party relationship, perhaps at work. But either way, there's a new third party relationship in your life, and that is causing this heart chakra blockage, okay? So what actions do you need to take to bring your heart chakra into balance? What actions do you need to take to bring your heart chakra into balance? Ace of Swords, you need to have a breakthrough. This is incredible. Look, you've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, and these are both divinely inspired, okay? Both of these come from source. These are, you know, these are literally messages that are coming directly from source. Source is trying to communicate this to you. And source is telling you, you need to have a breakthrough, that the way you're seeing the situation is not correct. If you think it's okay to be, to put yourself in this position, you're wrong, is what this is saying. This is literally a direct message. For those, like I said, this is probably not for all of you. This is probably just for one or two of you. But this position that you put yourself in with this third party, it's time for you to have a different perspective. You've got to have a breakthrough, and you've got to see this from perhaps the other person, not the person that you're having the third party relationship with, but the other person, the actual third party, the person who was there to begin with, your partner. You should probably try to see it from their perspective and see how they might feel about this, okay? So what will the result be? What will the result be if you will have a change of perspective? What will the result be for your heart chakra if you have a change of perspective? The Hierophant. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is the number 5. The number 5 is the number of change, okay? And so this is connecting to your actual higher self and listening to your higher self. Like I said, this is literally messages straight from the big man upstairs, direct from source. And so source communicates to you through your higher self. Your higher self is just a direct extension of source energy, okay? And your higher self is giving you the key to get yourself out of this mess. Take it, literally. Put this situation to rest and receive this key to get yourself out of the situation that you're in, okay? Because this is truly a divinely inspired message with these Both of these aces and the Hierophant here, this is divinely inspired. If you're in this third party relationship that's causing you to push away your primary relationship, you are in over your head. It's time to let it go. All right. So now let's move from our heart into our solar plexus. We have another blockage. We have the World. This is Libra in reverse. So when we talk about the World, we're talking about looking at, this is the end of the cycle, okay? But it's also about looking at the whole picture and choosing what is coming with you forward and what can you leave behind. So there's something that we need to leave behind that's causing the solar plexus blockage. So let's find out what it is. What current situation or is causing this solar plexus blockage, please? What is the current situation that is causing the solar plexus blockage? Again, Ace of Swords, you are needing a breakthrough. So what it is I think that you're looking at your life as a whole, and I think that perhaps you may be tossing out the baby with bathwater. You may be getting rid of something you should probably be keeping, and in keeping something you should probably be getting rid of. And it's time for you to get a different perspective on your life as a whole. I mean, like, look at your entire world as a whole and see it through a different set of eyes. Maybe see it from the future you, who's going to have questions about the choices you're making right now, okay? Because it definitely feels like you're cutting too much out right now, and you're cutting out the wrong things. You're not cutting out what you need to be cutting out. Okay, so what actions do you need to take to bring your solar plexus chakra into balance? What actions do you need to take to bring your solar plexus chakra into balance? Queen of Swords, you got to come from the higher perspective. You've got to stop sitting in your ego and come into your higher self and see what, literally, this is going to be so cliche, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Would Jesus be doing this? Because if Jesus would be doing this, the answer is you shouldn't be either. Literally, this is what your higher self is trying to say. Are you standing in your best and highest self? Are you proud of the choices you're making right now? Because if you're not, then it's time to come at this from a better place, from a higher perspective, and be the person that you want to be and make that better choice, okay? So what will happen if you do come at this from a different perspective? Looky, looky, looky. The Seven of Pentacles. You will have different choices to be made. In fact, you will be given new opportunities, new seeds will be planted, and these new opportunities cannot come forward. Here's the thing. It's okay to make space in your life, okay? If you're holding on to something that you don't need to be holding on to, then you don't have room in your life for new things that you should receive to come in because you're holding on. There's no room. There's no room. So when you let go of the things that are no longer yours, are no longer serving your best and highest good, now you have room for the things that are meant to be yours to come in, and that's what they're saying. You have got to see this from a different perspective. You're being very ego-based, and it's time to see this as God sees it, as Source sees it, as your higher self sees this. What would your higher self do in this position? What is it that you're holding on to that you need to let go of so you can make room for better, more fertile seeds to come forward? All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. So we move from our solar plexus into our sacral. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the persistent. This is just you are being very persistent, okay? And that's good. The persistence is what faith is made of. You are demonstrating faith and you are walking by sight. You walk by faith, not sight, is what this is saying. With our sacral, this is as we create, okay? And so right now, the things that you are working on creating, there's been some struggles, but you haven't given up on your dreams. Do not give up on your dreams. Don't let the struggles define you. You're going to come out on the other side of this much, much stronger. Keep focusing on what you're creating. And finally, at our root chakra, so perfect. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is as you give, you receive. This is beautiful, soft, healing, loving energy. And honestly, the Six of Pentacles is about our families, and it's literally about our roots and where we come from. And you are learning to grow from who you were as a child. You're learning to see those childish behaviors and overcome them, and it's transmuting. That's what I'm trying to say. You're learning how to transmute these behaviors that you used to give others so that you can now give and receive what you actually want. And so this is just, honestly, it feels like you are learning to look at your life as a whole. And there's just a few little parts that you need to fine tune. There's things that you're holding on to that you need to let go, and so that you can make room for what you want to receive. Okay. But right now, I just want to say congratulations. You're doing the work and it shows. All right. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope I get to see you again next week. And until I do, you stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. I love you all. Bye.